I continue the video about the divine feminine. So not to bash on men, because divine feminine is not to bash on men, because like I said, that energy exists in both male and female, right? A over amount of, when you have mostly masculine energy, you're a man, mostly with feminine energy, you're a woman. That's how you get the genders. So like I said, it's not to bash against men, because men are needed. Men are needed. They are physical. However, because they are the physical protectors, men were created to protect and serve the female, the divine feminine, the women, right? So we created men to be our protector and providers. And men mostly operate from their physical, which is why wanting a man to do certain things in order society want men to become like girls, it's not gonna happen. It's not natural for a man to behave like that. Men mostly operate from their physical, right? And there's no such thing as not want and or need in a man. A man is necessary when it is necessary. Okay? So, but like I said, the divine feminine is not a submissive energy, because when she does strike, it is very violent. Like I said, we exist in polarities. So the divine feminine energy has a light and a dark side as well. So it's not about being submissive, it's knowing when to fall back and know when your energy is needed, when you knowing when to use your divine feminine, know when to use the divine masculine. Like I tell you, the divine masculine deals with the mental, with the analytics, your mental energy, logics. That's what your divine masculine is, which is why men think differently from women. All right. So it's not that you don't need a man, or our men are not needed, or we're bashing down on men. It's just that the world is going back to its original form, where it's women takes the lead. And that is why even into spiritually, women are going to take the lead as well, because it is going back to the original form. And that is, and even in our household, women, if you notice, women then pack up in our church even more than man, because women mostly operate from their spiritual side. They are the spiritual leaders of the planet, women. It's just that they have you fooled with Christianity. You are the spiritual, so you lead from a spiritual aspect. So, and the men are here to protect and provide. So there's nothing wrong with women leading the way. Nothing wrong with women leading the way. It's just that as long as she's in alignment, she will be an effective leader. Because that's how the world is going back to. And our men are needed just the same, because they operate mostly from the physical. If you look even at Botswana, a country like Botswana, it's mostly women who are the leaders of that country. And that country is doing perfectly well and rising perfect and operating very good. Right? Now, we're going to go ahead again, and we're going to speak, because every time I go on the road, some people ask me questions, and I'm not opening up my comment section because too much. I will speak to people when I go outside. Somebody must speak to me, and I'm not opening up my comment section because I'm not here. I don't have the time. I really don't have. I opened up my comment section already, and it was have to be answered to people like crazy. I don't have the time for that. Honestly, I don't. I'll wait until I go outside. Somebody will ask me something or tell me what they don't understand, and it probably be the masses don't understand. I will go further into it into another video, but I'm not opening up my comment section because I don't have the time to be in the comments with people. I do not have that time. I honestly don't. I have a life of my own as well. So when I see you and you ask me questions or you ask me to expound on a matter, then I will do just that. No, we're gonna just go lightly on the carnival situation. No, because Carnival is an indigenous practice. They may change the names, but these are indigenous practices honoring our gods. Now, the reason why we as black people are at the lowest of the economical table is because we have lost our way, we lost our spirituality, and we have taken on another race, another set of people, being of people. You've taken on their gods and their spiritual practices, which is very low vibration, it's not natural, and you have replaced it with your own spirituality. You replace your spirituality where you come in with for them gods, so you take on for them poverty now. And they take on your spiritual practices and name them different and then use it against you. So what is happening under this new age, because we're going back to matriarchy and your power is being restored back to you, your indigenous practices are being given back to you. Now, with that being said, over the years these people have commercialized carnival. I'm not saying it can't be used for commercial purposes. However, they have taken it, they have made it so expensive and have taken it from the people in such a way where that local people don't get to participate much in it. If you look at Carnival, even recently, it's mostly being marketed to outsiders. So you find a lot of people like for as a tourist business. Now, the ancient ones are not going to allow, and it's not just in Jamaica, Trinidad does it as well. You cannot take the ancestors' energy, right, and use it to oppress the people. That is why, if you look at these people who keep carnival over the years, it when the energy lit back in people, you the sponsors who invest into it, it will affect your finances, it affect the people, it affect the country, it affect the people keeping the carnival. These energies have a dark side, I keep saying it. These are the gods. Remember, now Christianity tell you that there's one God, but under African spirituality there are many gods, and they exist in the form of the elements. No, and your ancestors, the ancient ones. No, when you take that energy that is for the people, that is originally for the people, and you use it as a weapon against them, these are the reason why you see people will be at the top and tomorrow them at the bottom. Because the energy of a way for lit back and it lit back wicked. You cannot use the ancestors' energy to oppress the people. And so what is happening is that these energies are returned, this power is being returned back to the people. So I'm not saying people can't make them costume. If you make the costumes, you find a cheaper way to market it to the people, or you allow the people to freely come in to express themselves, make their own costume. Because costume or no costume, it's all about the energy of this event, you understand? And you're tapping into the ancient energy. You need to make sure that there's no division, which is why the rope have to go, because you're dividing the energetical frequency of the ancestors. And like I said, you cannot use their energy to oppress the people. So if you're going to keep carnival, it can't be commercial, like where the masses don't get do not get a talk into their indigenous practices. Hell no. Even the Jamaica Tourist Board truck should have been free, because that is maintained by the taxes of the people. But just to show you how the government and these so-called Masonic, because they're all these are people who are Freemasons. This is what they do: use the energy against you, but they only can tap into the lower part of the energy. They cannot go to the highest form of these beings. So this is why they have to open it now that the powers have been returned and the ancestors have returned and have taken over back. They are returning the power back to the people, and so you're going to find that the costumes are going to go down much, much lower, the prices of it. And not only that, people are the masses. If you look, it's not just the Uranus in Taurus energy that made the crowd was so big at Carnival this year. It's also the rise, it's the return of the black gods. And so the energy is going to manifest as above, so below. It's going to manifest below as well. And the people are returning back to their ancient practices, which is why you're returning back to an event such as carnival because it's their indigenous practices that originate from Congo Benin area, from West Africa. So it's your own practices, it's your power being returned back to you. Because, like I said, we're in the age of Aquarius, it's power back to the people, it's power to the people. So your indigenous practices are being returned to you under the age of Aquarius, and you are becoming your own God. You are becoming your own savior. Remember, now not in the age of Pisces where you believe. You don't believe, you know, and you know that you are gods and goddesses. No. So we're gonna continue, right? So my dog them has something else up on my damn foot. Yeah. So we are the under the age of matriarch, now this power back to the people. Under the age, and like I said, we have 4,000 years under Saturn's rulership. 4,000 years. So this planet is being returned to the divine feminine or the feminine divine. Can't say you can commercialize carnival and all, but not to the point where you exclude the masses, because the people are representative of the gods and goddesses. So I hope that clarified everything and clear any other questions that you may have. And like I said, we're in the age of Aquarius. It's all about power to the people, and it's the return of matriarchy, where everything shares for everybody. Everybody gets a piece of the pie. Right? Everybody gets a piece of the pie. And that's how it's going to be from now on. Right? The age of minimalists. Not the age of consumerism. It's now dead. So we continue. That was part two. And give thanks for watching my videos, and thank you for your feedback. When I go out, I get the feedback. However, like I said, I don't have time to be into the comments. I have a life as well, and to be in there narrating, nah, I'm not into that. All right, so when I see you on the road, whatever you tell me that you have a question about or you want me to clear up, I'll clear it up when I see you. All right, and then I'll clear it up in the next video. Take care.